Your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, palms come down to heart center. Inhale the arms up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Step the foot back and come to plank pose. Pausing here, building a little bit of heat, warming up through the body. One last breath, and on your exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll your torso forward, plank pose. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, rolling forward, engaging the abs. Exhale, roll the hips back, downward facing dog. And continue to move here with your breath, warming up through the body. And come to downward facing dog. Bend your knees on your exhale. Inhale here, engaging the abdominals toward the spine. And then on your exhale, move into plank pose or chaturanga. And come back to a hovering tabletop and then downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, chaturanga. Exhale, hovering tabletop, and then downward facing dog. Just a few more, moving with your breath. Warming up through the body, through the core, spreading through your fingertips, press the mat away in chaturanga. Come back to that hovering tabletop and downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, and then step or hop toward the front part of the mat. Exhale, fold here, root down through the feet, inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, palms come down to heart center. And come to chair pose. In our first round of HIIT, we're going to go from chair to that hovering tabletop. Place the hands, jump back, jump forward, inhale the arms up, chair pose. And then just continue here, going at your own pace. We'll be working for 40 seconds and then have 20 seconds as rest. Good. Continuing to pull the core in toward the spine. And pressing the mat away when you come into that hovering tabletop. Good, just a few more here. Making sure that you're breathing. When you come into that chair, pull the shoulder blades down onto the back. Good, almost there. You got this. Nice and strong. And then come up to standing. And for our next round, continue here, chair to hovering tabletop, making sure that you're breathing. Good, continue here, jump back, jump forward, nice and easy, nice and soft, especially if you have people living below you. You want to make sure that you're jumping softly, but also it's better on the joints. Keep that belly button working toward the spine. Shoulder blades onto the back when you come up to chair. Almost there. Good, nice work. Good, come back to standing. Pausing for a few moments. Move your mat if it's started to creep up toward the wall. Giving yourself some space. We've got 2 more rounds. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, jump back. Inhale forward, chair pose. Exhale, jumping back. Continue to move here, making sure that you're breathing. You're only doing this work for 40 seconds, so you can do it. You can do anything for 40 seconds. Keep it up. Making sure you're breathing. Work nice and hard. Build up a sweat. Good, almost there. Continue to pull that core in. Almost there. Good. Yep, you got this. And come to standing. Take a few moments to catch your breath. We've got 1 more round. Maybe move from side to side. Good. Inhale the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, jump back. Inhale forward. Nice tight core, jumping nice and softly. Press the mat away on those jumps. Pull the knees toward each other, inner thighs toward each other when you come into chair pose. Low belly in, tailbone down. Good, continue to work here. This is our last round. You're almost there. Keep it going. Good, keep it going. Go ahead and come to standing, take a breather. Come down to your forearms, bend the other, and just continue to move here. We call this a walking plank. Make sure that the core is pulled in nice and tight. Good, continuing to move here, pulling that core in, belly button toward your spine. You got this. Almost there. Good. Keep those hips scooped up toward the ceiling. Keep working. Making sure that your elbows are right underneath your shoulders when you come down. Placing the palms underneath the shoulders, and then come back to tabletop. Take a rest. Come to kneeling or come to child's pose. Just catch your breath. Not much of a rest, but come on back to your plank and walk the elbow down, one elbow and then the other, and come back up to your palms. Continuing to breathe. Really try to pull the core in. Keep the hips nice and stable. Sometimes it's hard to not go from side to side, but just do your best. Good. Keep it moving. Working those shoulder blades onto the back, belly button toward your spine, scooping the hips up. You've got this. Good, keep it going. Almost done with this set. Good, you'll be really feeling this in the torso, the shoulders. Sit back and kneel or come to child's pose. Just do anything you need to take that little bit of rest. And we'll be getting going here in just a few seconds. And just making sure that you're really making this nice and strong. Come back to your plank and then lower down to your elbows. Maybe even switch sides if you've been bringing the right elbow down each time first. Maybe switch it up and bring the left elbow down first. Come back to the left palm and then the right palm. And just continue to move here, holding the belly button in, really nice and strong, low belly in. Walking those arms out, making this strong. You have one more set after this, so just make it a good one. Continuing to move with your breath. Go at your own speed if you need to. You can always bring your knees down and come into a modified plank and lower down to the elbows, or just take a break. Bend the knees, come back and come to kneeling, and we'll get ready to do our last set and make it nice and strong, and then we'll be done with this workout. So come on back to your plank, lower down to the elbows and back up. Walking those arms out, work this walking plank. You're almost done with this quick Yoga HIIT workout, so you can make it nice and strong, this last one. Continuing to breathe, stick with it. We're almost there. Keep it going. The shoulders are burning, I'm sure, but just keep going. You're almost done. You got this. You can do anything for 40 seconds. Good, almost there. Keep it going. You're rocking this. Keep it up. Good, and then come to kneeling, press back, and just take a breather here. Reach your arms back behind you, interlacing your fingers. Stretch the arms straightening through the elbows, and maybe even reach your chest up, gaze up, and just stretch through the front of the chest, the shoulders. You might even want to lift the arms up a little bit, but just be mindful that you're not arching too much or causing any pain on the shoulders. Release and come to tabletop, and then press back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up behind you, step the foot in between your hands, bring that left knee down, top of the left foot comes down, and then bring your hands to the front knee. Come into Anjaneyasana, stretching through that left quadricep in front of the hip. You can reach the arms up above your head if you'd really like to, but we're trying to slow things down. So keep the hands down on the knees, bring the hands down to the mat, walk the hands back as you straighten through that right leg, reaching the right toes up toward the ceiling, stretching through the back of the leg. Good. And then come back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up, step the foot in between the hands, making sure that your feet are about hip distance apart. Bring the back knee down, and then inhale the hands to the front knee. Come back into that Anjaneyasana, stretching through that right front of the hip and quadricep, working the hips forward, catching your breath. Good, and then bring the hands down, walk the hands back, the hips back, straighten through that left leg, toes up, stretching through the hamstring and the glute, maybe even through the calf. And then come back to that lunge, step back to downward facing dog. Then start to slowly walk the feet forward, pausing after each step. Good, and just walking toward the front part of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Good, root down through the feet, bowing the head, and then reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center.